It was. Thank you, ma'am. Let's see. My thing just fell. So what we got looking at for the week? Just want to do a quick analysis of trades that we're gonna do for the week. Stop. Come on, man. I'm on a call. It's real. Stop. For real. Oh, say too much. So look, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get started. We got gold. I got gold already up, of course. We're looking at from where it did last, let's see, where it did last week. And of course we see I am on the 1 hour chart. I already have it pretty much marked up from last week. Nothing's pretty much changed, especially with our lows and our highs. So one thing I always suggest is that when you're marking up your charts, you definitely take off your indicators so that you can see exactly what you want to do. Right now, gold is at 18.19. As you can clearly see, it's right here at 18.19. I'm expecting gold to actually break this zone that it's currently sitting in. And I'm expecting it to actually come above and break above here. If it breaks above 18.22, um, I'll be taking it by. So I think that I want to definitely take it all the way up to 18.27. Now, I'm saying I can take it up there because it's been here once, it's been here again. Chances are it's not going to actually break below this. Now, it could definitely come back and do a small retest. This is on the 1 hour. So let's go down to the 30-minute and let's see exactly where it is. So right now it is sitting here. I would like for it to come up and break above here. If it breaks above here, we could definitely take it all the way up to this area of resistance, or we could take it right about here. Either way go, that is it'll be a good area to actually buy. I'm gonna go ahead and put my moving averages on and see. Yeah, so what we need to do is once my 250, they're going to definitely cross once they get around here. So once they actually make that cross and they make what we need to happen, this is definitely a good area. Break this zone to buy it up here or to definitely buy it up here. Either way it go, I will definitely be waiting for it to actually break up out of that. I'm gonna set alert, and there we go. So let's go ahead. I'm going to actually take this. Let's take this off. I'm going to actually, y'all know this is my baby. This is my boo thing right here. So we got gold. And of course, so yesterday I had recorded live, actually the trade that I was in. And I talked about this right here, this area. It was actually yesterday. I talked about this, how it broke through this high. And when I went back to replay the video, it was not played. So I was so upset about it because I wanted to post it live on here, but I couldn't do it because it, like, my internet was doing something weird yesterday and it was just all over the place. It was a lot. So I'm going to re-record it. I'm going to redo it. It's the world of technology. I know they got a lot of things going on, a lot of new things happening in the world. All this stuff is going on. So I figured, it was just my technology, just acting silly. Right. So, y'all know what to do. If you really want to get more videos, and these are just basically educational. I don't teach a strategy. I don't have a particular way of trading. I trade zone to zone. I wait for the breaks out. I wait for the breakout. I wait for the retest. I do indicators, Fibonacci's. I use my indicators. We're going to keep it a buck. I use indicators. I use the 50, the 20 moving average. I use the simple 20. I use the 50, the 10, the 200, 800. Those are my babies. I'm going to use them, as you can see that they're up here on the screen. That's what I'm going to use, because that's the way I was taught to trade. And that's the way I like to trade, because I like to see where my trade is going. I like to know if I'm going to get stopped out. I don't want to hold the trade for hours. I'm not a swing trader. Man, I'm going to get in and get out. I trade out the 30-minute and the 1 hour time frame, because that to me is best for my schedule, because y'all know I'm a mother. I am a mompreneur. I'm everything under the sun. I don't like to say I'm a Jane about trades. I did at one point, but I'm not, I'm not a master of everything, but I just want to make sure that I am actually gaining the knowledge. So in this previous video, I talked about where gold was going to go this week. I talked about this. I said this on my call on. So I do Sunday night calls with one community, and then I do my other communities. I have two different trading communities that look at this. It's crazy. I do two different trading communities. I'm getting them done this week, tomorrow. This is horrible. Like, this is crazy. So I have two trading communities that I trade in. And of course, on one community, I actually with my mentor, and the other community is for me, my personal community. We are getting this money. I have people in there that trade indices. They love indices. I have people that are learning how to actually the skill set. So it's a great thing to actually learn the skill set and to understand the skill set, right? To actually just, whether you're trying to become a millionaire, whether you're trying to become financially free, whether you just want some extra income, this is where you want to actually look at. So I talked about this on Sunday. I said, with gold doing everything that he did the last few weeks, and how it was creeping to this level. So I don't predict, but I just marked up my chart. And I said that if it breaks this, I feel like it's going to go to 1850, right? It was currently around 18. I want to say it was around here. So it was around the 1820, around this mark. It was like 1816. So I said that it is going to stop around 1830 before it actually goes to 1850. This is what I said. This is what I predicted. This is what I saw. These are the things that I saw. And that's exactly what it did, you guys. It actually hit 1846 this morning. So yesterday we saw gold go through the roof. Like, when I tell you it went through the roof, goodness gracious, it went through the roof, you guys. And I was one of the people that caught that money. I got me a few $100s, which was amazing, but I wish I would have caught the entire trade. I would have been set for at least 2 weeks, right? So it was an amazing journey to see that gold does this. And this is the thing about being able to have discipline. Like, I caught $400 off of this trade, and I did not get back in the trade, even though it broke through another high. I did not get back into the trade, right? Because I felt like if I get back in this trade, something's going to happen, because every single time I get back into a trade after I've made my goal for the day, it's always something. And I didn't want to lose that money that I had, that I worked hard for. And I said, I'm not doing it. I'm not getting back in this trade. So, man, let's go ahead and take a look at gold. If you follow me, you have been following me for the past few months, or the past, I think I've started this channel almost like a year ago and some change. And I'm just definitely want to reach out to more women, to more mothers, to more everybody, just to know that I am a real person. I am authentic. The authenticity of myself coming from this channel, it's like, I'm not no guru. I'm not gonna bash anybody else who's trading. I feel like we all are trying to win. Forex is out here making people rich. So at the end of the day, I feel like it's so much money out here for everybody to get. So I don't have a strategy. Some people tell me, my fiance tells me all the time, you do have a strategy. I'm like, what is it? He was like, you trade simple as hell. And I'm like, I don't really have a strategy. I don't want that to be labeled to me, because I feel like when you have a certain strategy and people gravitate to that, they feel like, oh, this is her strategy. She said this, because there's so many people, gurus on YouTube and everybody else, and say, oh, I can give you 10,000 in 2 minutes. And, if that is for you, that is for you. But I'm like a longevity girl. I love long money. And I feel like right now money is great. I can get right now money, but I feel like things that produce passively, those things are better for me and for my lifestyle, right? So I'm a hustler. It don't matter what's going on. I'm gonna get some money, right? I'm gonna figure things out. My father told me that a long time ago. He said, man, you know what? Don't ever get yourself in a bind. But if you do, man, if you can figure it out, like you can figure out anything. Like a person that can figure out how to get out of between a rock and a hard place, man, there's nothing that's going to stop you. And I feel like at the end of the day, there's nothing can stop me, because I've always figured out a way how to make it through regardless. So, man, let's get into it. We got gold that is up. So let's go ahead and let's go back. Let's rewind. Let's go back. Today is January the 20th. We are in 20 days of 2022. It's amazing, right? So 20 days in 2022. And we are really, really, really I love it. It's definitely great. So I am on the 15-minute. I'm gonna get off the 15 minutes. I don't even trade on a 15-minute chart, right? I have no idea. I don't even like. I like the 15-minute just to look and see what my candles are doing. But I'm not finna look at absolutely nothing. So I'm gonna take off these moving averages and I'm gonna place them back in a second. So as you can see, this is a beautiful marked up chart. I mean, when I say it's beautiful, it is beautiful. I gotta tighten up this microphone, you guys, my little things. So it is a beautiful chart. I don't know what's going on, but whatever. It's still it's working. I think it's here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful chart that we have marked up, right? So I got every zone, I got every time frame marked up. This chart was actually marked up on last week, and nothing really changed from last week. I'm going to zoom out. So I have these little circles right here because I took these trades last week and the week before that, because I look at gold every single day. I see what it's doing. I set my alerts. I do. That's what I like to do. So let's go ahead. Let's go back to December, the end of December, where gold actually had a high. So I go from every single time frame, and I'm not going to go through a whole how I mark up my charts, because I can have those videos up. And this is definitely what I teach in my classes, is how to actually trade the zones, right? Because I think zone trading is so much easier and simpler, especially if you're going from a higher time frame, because people who cannot look at their phone, who are not at their computer all day and every day, they have to set alerts. They have to do pending orders. They have to do these things that are going to accompany or, be grateful to their lifestyle, because there are people that work 9-to-5 jobs who are at a computer desk for 8 hours. So they don't have time to sit there and look at their phone or their laptop. But if you have a break, if you have something to do, pending orders are amazing. I don't do pending orders. I have done them, but I think that the pending orders that I have done very well, because I feel like it's all about support and resistance. Well, I'm not gonna say I feel like it is. Trading is support and resistance. I don't care what somebody is telling you. I don't care how somebody goes around it. Trading is support and resistance. There's absolutely nothing else to understand. This is the meat and potatoes of trading. If you don't understand support and resistance, it's going to be very difficult for you to trade. Now, I'm not talking about like if you do supply and demand, if you do price action, if you do moving averages, like, oh, you just like it to swing, you know, you can use swing low to swing high. You can use the Bollinger Bands. You can use the Ichimoku cloud. You can use all these different things when you're trading. But at the end of the day, you have to have some type of understanding of support and resistance. I don't care what's going on, right? So let's go ahead and let's look into it. So last Thursday, end of the month of last year, we saw gold come to an area of a high. And I think this is on my 30-minute chart. So I'm going to go to it. So this is the high. As you can see right here, it's my black zone that I have marked up. So I go to every time frame and I color code each time frame for that particular high and low. If you can see, got lows, got highs on every single time frame. So let's go back to December. Was that it? Oh, it was. Okay. Yeah, that was it. So this happened December 21st and actually hit a low, and then it came to my black zone. And then, of course, it reached this high on this particular time frame. So the black is 30-minute. So on a 30-minute, my turquoise is 1 hour, my pink is 4 hour, and my green is daily, right? So those help me identify which zone for which time frame. Okay. So my black is my 30-minute. So I know that it hit a high on a 30-minute. And of course, I can see exactly what it did. So it came all the way back down to this area of what? Support. So I have this, let me go ahead and mark this up because I am on a 30-minute and I'm going to use this black because that's just easier for me to see. So I see that it came back down here and it tapped this support area. Now I have all these areas in between my zones. Of course, I mark up support and resistance in between those zones. I don't have time to break it down right now. This is just a quick analysis. Okay. So we're going to just break this down. Other videos to come about the breakdown. Okay. So I have this hitting this area of support and coming right back around and hitting that same area of support. I know that it didn't break that support area. So chances are it's going to go back up, right? That's just a probability of not having enough momentum to break a support. It's that if it doesn't break it, if it constantly hits that same area of support, it's like a sledgehammer going through a wall. It's like, it's just not happening. You're just hitting it and it's just creating an area, but it's not even going through there. So I need my candles to actually go through my support or resistance. Like if you don't go through there and if you don't retest it, then I can't do anything for you. It's like somebody's breaking a house. Like you want to break in a house. You gotta break through the window. Like you gotta put your arm, you gotta put your body through the door, through the window in order to get in. And like if you break in there, like, okay, yeah, I broke through the window. Now I got to put my whole entire body through there, figure out what I want. Oh, I go back here. I go to go. So it's the same type of analogy when you do a breakthrough and a retest. I got to have it. I don't care what's going on. I got to have the retest, right? So hit the support. And the only reason why I'm saying that, even if I did take the sale, I know that it hit the zone, previously, but I know that it stopped here. So even if I did want to take this trade for the sale, it's got to break here because it stopped here last time and it went up. So I know that if it's coming back down, it's got to come back here anyway. So I don't even take the trade unless it does what? Break the previous low that it made back on December the 30th. So it never did. So it hit this high again. So now I got an issue. It's like, okay, it's not breaking here and it's not breaking here. And of course, I already got my zones. I already got my support and resistance marked up. And guess what it did? It came all the way back down to that zone that we really wanted it to do here, right? So of course, in between those times, I'm going to mark up my chart, but I do know that if my candles hit an area of low, as you can see the low, you can see it hit here, and you could also see that it hit here. So I know that it didn't break here previously. So I know if I take the trade for the sale, I'm going to get out when it hits this low. And that's exactly what it did. It hit a low And then it said, oh, I'm going to go back up, because goodness gracious, that's what it did last time. And now, not only did it come back up, it came back to the same zone, not once, not twice, 3 times. Okay. So I know that, man. Look, every time it's hitting this area, it's selling. So it came here and it came and hit my middle 50% of my zone of my trade, right? Came right back to the same spot. So, like, I know something's going on at this point. It's like, okay, you keep coming here to the same exact resistance. What's going on? And I can tell you what's going on. It's come here previously, like 1, 2, 3. Now you're here a 4th time. So now I know that this is an area of strong resistance. So if it does go back down for the sale, I know that I could potentially catch it going right back to that same spot. Okay. Like, trading is common sense too. Like, it's common sense, right? So we got to understand, like, you gotta think about the stuff that you want to actually understand. Like, trading is technical analysis and it's marking up charts, but it's also like common sense, right? So it's like, if it keeps coming to the same spot, why would you try to do anything else when it came here? Like, why would I try to keep buying it here unless it breaks this, zone? So we're going to get there. All right. So of course, now we sold, but this is the key. It never broke this zone. So I noticed from last time, January 13th, this is where it stopped, right? And then it came right back here, January 16th. So now this is the question. It's not even going down any further. So it's like, it's literally stopping at this zone area, at this support area. So now I'm like, okay, I'm not going to take the trade, because guess what? I know that it may come back here, but it's got to break this first, because I got all of this action previously. So then it just kind of plays Russian roulette with the trade, and it's like going up, it's going down, it's accumulated, it's not really doing anything. Even this right here, which I did catch, I caught this sale because I was scalping. And that every now and then I do a scalp, Oh, I caught a $100 off of this scalp, which was like not really a scalp, like it was great, right? So I caught this sale, but once it came back to this zone, this is where it started to play with my emotions, because now I'm like, I know that it wants to buy, because I know that it has to buy, because guess what? This is the overall trend. Like, so we have to understand where this trade is going. And you want to make sure that when you're looking at to see where the trade, you don't want to go against the trend. We want gold to continue to go up, because whatever the dollar is doing, gold is going to be doing the opposite, right? So we know that the dollar is going down. So we know that if the dollar goes down, then it's going to go up. We know that gold works in correlation with AUD USD. So that's how I know, like, okay, if AUD USD is doing this, and if the dollar is doing this, then gold has to be doing this. So don't go against the trend. The trend is going to always be your friend, right? It's going to always be your friend. Don't go against it. Just try to figure out where you can hop in it, right? It's like, you got to let the trade figure itself out. You got to figure out where the trade is going. Is it going to go back up? Because gold has reached these highs and these lows. And now it's like, oh, all this going on, the commodities of gold is like, what's really happening? So we want gold to go back up. Like, that's what we wanted to do. Like, with Forex, you can buy, you can sell it, but we already know that the correction of the trade has to come to a certain area and make a correction. So let's go. So we know that we see that it hasn't come back here since January 7th. So we know that even if it goes back down, it has to come back here. This is our major, area of what support. So we clearly can see on the 4-hour, it's hitting this area, come right back around. Now I know that it's back in this zone. So this is the $1 million question. Okay, I'm at this support. If it breaks this zone, then it's going up to here because that's where we want it to go because we know that it's come here before. So we're like, okay, I don't trade off the 4 hour, right? I literally trade off the 1 hour or the 30 minute. So let's go to the 30 minute and let's really see what's going on. So we see that it came here and dropped, right? Now we're sitting here accumulating and trying to figure out where are we going to go. So now this is where it gets good. And I don't know why I'm talking like this, but this is where it gets good, right? So you put your moving averages on. I don't trade with candles. I don't do that. I trade moving averages, right? So I'll trade with the 50, the 10, the 200, 800. Those are my babies, okay? I learned how to actually utilize them. If you don't know how to utilize on moving averages, learn how to utilize these moving averages, right? Somebody hand you a hammer if you never used it before, what you gonna do? You're gonna look at it. But you can't go and say, if somebody hand you a hammer and you don't know what to do with it, you don't know how to properly use it, you could potentially hurt yourself. Same thing with moving averages. If you do not know how to understand the moving average and how it works, you have to learn how to use it before you apply it to your trades, correct? So I saw this and I said, okay, I know that I need my 50 and my 10 to cross because that is letting me know that it is a trend change, right? So it's up and down, up and down. So right here is where I said, oh, 30-minute chart, I got to cross. Let me zoom in for everybody. Right here is where I got to cross, right? Let's make it black. So I saw this crossing. I didn't see it crossing because I was asleep, but I woke up the next morning and I saw that it crossed. And this is at 3:30 in the morning, okay? So I get up about 5:15. I don't look at a trade until after 7 because I got to get the kids ready. I got to get ready for school. I got to come back and do I got to read. I got to make sure that my mind is clear and ready to take the trade, right? So I don't really see this until about 7:45. Okay. So let's go to 7:45. This is at 3:30. It made a trend cross. So at 7, let's go ahead and get to 7:00. Now we are at the zone. Okay. So at 7:00, I still don't see it. So then I had an alert set right here. You guys can't see, like I had an alert set. Guess what it did? Ding, ding, ding. It has gone off. So at 7:00, I see that this candle is coming through my zone. Now I know if I calculate my pips correct, because I have to let the candle open and close because it's a 30-minute candle. This is 568 points, which is a lot of money, right? So I know that I got a potential to get a substantial amount of money if it breaks this particular area. So now, not only do I see that the trend cross and I got a little piece, I also see my 800, my 200 and my 50 cross. This is also known as what we call the death cross. The death cross means that that is your 200 moving average and your 50 moving average have made a significant change in that trend. Meaning, if these two moving averages cross, there is nothing stopping this trade. This is another indication for me because this is how I know I got a for real trend. Okay. So I see this and I see this. So at 7:00, I see this. Guess what I'm going to, well, actually, let me just say this. This is the candle I saw at 7:30. So 7:00, it started to change. So now let me go down to the 15-minute because I need to see what my candle's looking like. So it crossed here at 2:45. So I got a whole big trend cross at 2:45. Now at 7:00, 7:15, I got all of this. So I know it's going to it's breaking through this area. So I'm like, but I still don't want to take the trade because I know that it's breaking through an area and it has to do what? It has to pull back. It has to retest. It has to do something. So now I know that, okay, I need to wait for this candle to form because I'm trading off the 30-minute chart. That's what I trade off of. I'm just going to the 15-minute just to see what my candles are doing. So I wait until it comes to this. As you can see, it went off. So my alert went off and alerted me to let me know, hey, your candles are hitting this area. And this is the breakthrough candle that actually put me in the trade. It broke through because I'm on the 30-minute. And I also saw this, right? I saw that it crossed. So now I know that, hey, it's coming to this high. It's coming and it's breaking through. I'm on the 30-minute chart. This is what I caught from here to about here. Because I saw the momentum that continued to go into this trade. It hit the high. And I put this circle here because this is where we saw that it hit here and hit here and hit here. I had my alert set. I had my take profit right below this zone. Got me out, got me the money I wanted, but then it continued. I have this high, which is letting me know this is an hour high. So once the candle opened and closed, this is a 30-minute candle. It came to an area of what? Resistance. But now it broke it because guess what? I got one. Oh man, I got another one that's completely out of that zone. I gotta have a team of people. But to be honest with you, I would have been out the trade because I know that what gold does, once it hits those highs and lows, it will just kind of sit at an area. And that's exactly what it did. It broke it. And you could have caught 1-2 candles and you could have got you a nice little bankroll again. So once it got to this high, what's this resistance? Look at what it did. It never broke it. Only until this morning where they started to give you a continuation. Right now, this is where we are. So how do I know how to get in and get out of the trade? I also use RSI and I also use my MACD. So let's really be honest with you. When I saw this go above my 60, that is what I know. This is an indication to get in this trade. When I saw my MACD go above and start crossing, because right here it crossed right here. That let me know that there's a trend. But when it went through my histogram and it completely out of it, that's when I know it's time to get in this trend, this trade. Because one thing about that MACD, once it starts to come out of that histogram and it starts forming these mountains, these valleys, I'm in the trade. Once my RSI is above my 60, I'm in this trade. Once my candles have made this death cross, I'm in this trade. I have a goal of how much I want to make a day, how many pips I want to accomplish. I exceeded my pips and I exceeded my goal. So once I reached this high, there was no need for me to get back into the trade. I'm sorry, this high. Because at this point, I closed the trade out. I was done. Now my demo kept running. It kept running, but I was done. Because one thing I learned about discipline is that if you set those goals for yourself and you say, hey, this is where I want to achieve, this is how much money I want to make this today, this is what I want to do, and that's going to be it. And that's exactly what I did with gold. So gold is one of those pairs that they're faster than your Forex and they're a little bit slower than your indices, right? But gold will pay you like an indice. It will move like an indice. It will knock you on your butt if you do not pay attention. It's not one of those pairs to me that you hold on and you just keep safe. Now, you can swing gold. I have swung gold before. I've held it for a whole entire day. It definitely will pay out at certain times. Certain times of the day, it slows down, goes extremely slow, picks back up, and it does what it's going to do. Morning time from between 9 and 11, Central Standard Time for me, same time at night between 9 and 11. Gold is going to do what it wants to do. I don't suggest you look at gold and really get into the trade of gold until after 7:30, after 8 o'clock. When the market is open for real, when it's been open, you got your indices moving because the bell is at 8 a.m. So you got NAS, you got US 30, you got all these stocks, you got everything, the New York Stock Exchange moving. So gold is going to be moving. It's going to be moving. Like it's going to be moving before, but it's really going to be moving. 8:30, 9 o'clock. You got momentum. So I set my goal. I was done. There was absolutely nothing else for me to trade. But what I'm saying is it's about a practice and it's about what I see. And gold consolidated for Monday and Tuesday. So for 2 days, it really didn't do what I wanted it to do. And that is the whole fear of FOMO, of fear of missing out. Because if somebody is willing to wait 2 days to get over 1,200 points, then you have accomplished a goal. But you have to be willing to be patient enough to wait for your trades to take place. And that is what you have to do. And so that's what I did. I just allowed the trade to form. I allowed it to take place. I allowed it to go to these different areas. And I got my money. And I was proud of myself because I know that, hey, I can't place the trade, but I see that it came here. It came right back here. And it came right back to that same spot. So even if I want to take the buy, I got to let it break. And we got to change the way that we think. It has to break. It has to break these areas. You see here, it broke it and it came back and it gave you a small retest, gave you a pullback. So until that happens, this is the candle that let me know I'm out of that zone, right? I'm out of that area. So now the next thing I need to do is count how many, man, I got to come here or wherever my high was. Of course, I took it off, but that's exactly what it did. So from here, from where the candle broke out, it gave out 22.84. That is a massive amount of money. Even if you would have had just $1, even if you had 50 cents trading this right here, massive amounts of money. But would somebody be willing to wait 2 days for this? Is the question. Because somebody could have gotten it early. They could have gotten it yesterday, the day before yesterday, blew their account. And this is what you missed. It's a lesson. It's trading. Because what goes around comes around, right? So go do it again. Like, Go has a way of making money. Like it's gonna come to you. I never chase a bag a day of my life again. When people say that, I say, well, if you chase something, it's gonna run from you. If you chasing money, it's gonna keep running. It's gonna keep running. But yeah, this goal analysis was something amazingly amazing. And right now it is sitting at a resistance. So I don't think it's going to do absolutely nothing. It might break the resistance later on, but tomorrow's Friday and it's still technically holiday because you had a holiday on Monday. You had New Year's. You're gearing up for the rest of this year, right? You're gearing up for the next 2 months because we're in 20 days into the new year. The first 90 days are the most crucial ones. And then everything after that will follow suit, right? So, man, this is what I do. I trade this, man. Look, if I trade with simplicity and I have a small community of traders that are learning simplicity and they're learning how to trade, right? So I dropped the links below. I dropped the website, dropped my blog, dropped my social media. I put some ideas up. I don't do a whole lot. I guess I could do a little bit more, but definitely come on here and show simplicity. I don't have a strategy. And I'm going to say it again. I don't have a strategy. I'm not a guru. I'm a real mom with 3 kids that is muddled as hell. Like I cook, I clean. Sometimes I do this, I do that. I have to pick this one up from school. I have to drop this one off. I have to go to dance practice. I have to do homework. I, I do it all. And in the midst of that, I sit here and I take care of I'm at home with my 18-month-old because of this pandemic, because of there are no operating places that will allow kids to come in right now. It's because, hey, we are afraid. So I've been doing this for the last 18, 19 months. And it is just been an amazing, amazing journey. But this is the same thing. Like, I am a real person that does real things. And then I really do this. Like, life happens to me all the time. I don't portray a lifestyle on social media. I don't do that because I'm a real person. Yeah, I have certain things that I like. I have certain things in my life that are amazing. But the thing is that I'm a real live person. I'm a human being. I have empathy. I struggle sometimes with myself. Some days I don't want to get out of the bed. Some days I just look at it. Some days I'm so tired that I feel like I'm going to pass out. I still every now and then go through some postpartum. Like, but I have to make sure I'm good. Like, I do a self-check. And if I'm not together, I'm not trading. And I think at the end of the day, that's most important to say, okay, hey, I'm human. I have things going on with me. I just really can't do this today. It's okay if you miss out on one day of money, right? It's fine. You get up and you do it again the next day, because you got to live day by day, right? We plan for the future for sure, but every single day you take it like this, and I'm going to go today. Even if you get up out the bed and you made it up, pat yourself on the back, because there's some people that can't even lift their arms. It's some people that can't even get out the bed. So if you got out the bed and you brush your teeth and you made up your bed, I applaud that, because nobody's giving out accolades for doing things that you're supposed to do. I'm a mother of 3 kids. Nobody is patting me on the back and saying, hey, good job. Thank you for, man, you took her to school today. Why? Because that's my job. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to take her to school. I'm supposed to comb her hair. I'm supposed to feed her. I'm supposed to keep her with clothes on her back. I'm supposed to provide safety and security for her. That's my job. That's what I'm supposed to do. So when I can't do this and I can't trade, and people are, oh, I made, like, that's great. But I don't look at other people's success and say, I wish that was me, because my life is my life and I got to take it day by day. I'm a mother, and there are other mothers out here that go through the same thing. And some people have worse situations. So I'm so grateful for the small blessings that I have. And I'm not even gonna say it's small, because blessings are amazing. And that's why I'm always grateful for the small things. If I can just blink my eyes, if I can move my arms, if I can walk to the table, if I can pick up my daughter, if I can pick up my kids, if I can laugh with them. Because there's so many women that can't do that. So many women that can't sit at home. They have to do this. There's some women that have to go to work with COVID because they don't have any other way. So with this skill set, it's not about being a damn guru. It's not about who has the best strategy. It's about teaching people there's another way out here to become successful. There's no one way. And if I can show one mother, if I can show one woman, if I can show one man, especially people of color, how to actually execute and think like the wealthy think, because I'm not there yet. I'll get there. And I say that proudly. I'm not rich. I don't have I got some money, but I ain't got a whole lot. I'm still broke. Like, if you don't have $1 million, you broke. I don't care what nobody's saying. You are broke. Compared to society, you are broke. So if you're not making at least continuously 6 figures plus, you're broke. Because at one point, 6 figures was a thing. Now that's nothing. Like, folks making $1 million, like, it's easy to get rich. It's hard to maintain it though. So I just I don't claim to be this person, and I don't have a strategy, and I'm a real person, and I teach and I know how to trade, because one thing about me, I'm consistent in what I do. I have consistency and I have discipline in my trading style. And people I'm a genuine person, and there's a great energy about myself and about my community that is amazing because everybody wants everybody to win and nobody's trying to outdo anybody. And we are blessed to bless, right? So, man, look, that's it. That's all I got, man. That's all I got today. I appreciate you guys hopping on. If you're looking at this video, if you're going to place a replay, but make sure you do one thing. You hit that subscribe button. You hit that bell. You let me know, leave a comment, all nice things. So let me know what you think. I'm going to definitely put more videos up. I'm recording some new episodes. So, man, we are going to definitely take 2022 by storm. And I'm trying to reach every single mother one at a time, right? Every woman. I want to definitely understand that women, you're powerful in whatever that you do. And, there are so many different ways to become successful in whatever that you think, whatever that you feel success is for you and your family. That's what's important. It's not about what somebody else thinks. It's about what you want for you and yours, right? So, man, thank you guys. It is the Mother Mother signing out. I'll see you guys later. Check you on the next video.